扮呢？打扮什么的？
我的名字是魏凯琳，我很喜欢住在北京。
When I first met her, she was a fashion model.
I started a business very early on in my life, a modeling and self-development agency.
I misread Karyn entirely. She sold her business in Canada and went to Africa to give what she had made to projects, that were dealing with children, mostly children who had either AIDS or orphans or people who had disabilities. That really surprised me. I didn't expect that. I asked Karyn about how she would feel if she ever had a child who was disabled, severely disabled. And she just instantly knew. She said, I would feel it was an honor and a privilege that God would choose me or would consider me able and capable to raise such a child. And I pulled off the side of the road. There was a construction site happening there. They were doing some roadworks, and it was grey and sleety and just miserable Scottish weather and the least romantic environment you could ever imagine. And I asked her if she would kindly consider what I was going to say, but please not answer straight away. And I asked her if she would please marry me. And she did answer straight away. So there we go. And she said yes. It was amazing.
When we arrived here, we arrived with $2,000 to our names.
We arrived at Tsinghua University, and I had this visiting professorship as teaching architecture at the university. And I had the grand salary of 800 renminbi a month. That's $100 a month. We bought one bicycle, and I rode the bike, Chinese style, and Karyn rode on the back of the bike, holding on to me. And she looked at me and she said, "This is our home, and it's our first home." Karyn is the most brilliant designer I've ever met.
یه دونه کودکستان دارن، 2 شرکت با 4 بچه.
I'm passionate about education.
She's committed to raising up, in the first 6 years of life, children who have a strong foundation, who absolutely know what it is to be honest, who know what it is to be kind, who know what it is to be generous, who know what it is to share.
We started off with a foundation of character education and then added Montessori to that. And over the years, we've tried to integrate them as sort of seamlessly as we could. One day, I received a phone call from a mother whose daughter was then going to the family learning house. And she said, "I know that it's your dream to involve disabled children, orphans, in the school. And there's a little girl that I visit on a weekly basis, and she's very smart. She's physically disabled. It's not a severe disability. Come out and see if you think she could come to the family learning house." And a week later, I made the drive out to this orphanage. She was upstairs in her room waiting for my arrival. In Chinese, I asked her if I could come and hug her. And she just nodded her head like this. I got in the car, and as I was driving back into town, I called Adam.
She said, "Look, I've been out to visit this child who's disabled.
She needs a school, we have a school. She needs a family, we have a family.
This is the gift that we've been waiting for, and we should just invite her to be part of our family."
He didn't even flinch. He said, "Yes, absolutely, let's do it."
the owner helped me pack my backpack, and I was standing at the door waiting for them to pick me up.
And she was this big, round-faced Chinese girl, dressed in so many clothes she could have been on the way to an Arctic expedition.
And when she left that building, she walked with such confidence and faith. She never looked back. This is the very first painting that Cyan did when she came to our home. And when I asked her to describe it, she said in Chinese that this was her new home and this was her old home.
There is a passage in Book 1 of the Ruhi Institute material that talks about us being like a bird that is created to fly through the immensity of the heavens, but then impelled by its hunger, it has to land to eat and to feed off the water and clay of the earth. When Karyn lands, she lands lightly. And I think that's an amazing thing. She walks on this earth, she's part of it, she's absolutely involved in so many things, but she just treads lightly.
You know, when I'm given a choice between this or that, I always ask myself, what would help humanity to progress? If this would help, then that's what I want to do.
I love my mommy.